What's up guys, and welcome back to B for Crypto. In today's video we're going to find out what is going to happen in the next 60 hours, because guys, we could expect a high volatility during these times. And guys, yes, we got stopped out on our trade yesterday, but guys, we are expecting that we are going to see a high volatility within the next 2 or 3 days. Because guys, we're going to see that the CPI release is going to be released on the 13th, and that means on Wednesday. So are we going to see a CPI? Or are we going to see that the Federal Reserve has control over the inflation? So guys, we're going to find out all of that. So guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. And guys, we're going to start directly with today's content. And guys, if you appreciate these uploads, smash up the like button and subscribe. So guys, we're going to start on the 4-hour chart, and as you guys can see, we got stopped out exactly here. And guys, yes, at the moment there are a lot of market makers in the markets and also big exchanges that are going for these stop losses. So guys, we're going to find out why we could expect a major volatility during the next 2 or 3 days. We're going to look at this news article before we're going to start with the TA. As you can see that the US Consumer Price Index, CPI, or also known as CPI, is going to be released on Wednesday. As you can see that the last CPI report was round about 8.3%, and that means that at the moment we have a forecast for the CPI release of 8.1. But guys, last time we also had a forecast of 8.1%, and exactly the opposite happened. We had the inflation round about 8.3%. So guys, what could we expect next? Are we going to see a higher inflation? Or are we going to see that the Federal Reserve has control over the inflation? This would really be a bullish scenario if we are going to see that the actual inflation is coming down in the US. So guys, we really have to be careful, because a lot of volatility will be in these markets at the moment, because everybody is uncertain if the Federal Reserve will keep on with these high rate hikes. Or are we going to see that the Federal Reserve will put on the printers again and start with quantitative easing? Because guys, at the moment the Federal Reserve is getting a lot of pressure from big companies and also from the United Nations. Because guys, at the moment all these rate hikes are really killing the whole industry. So guys, we're going to go back over to the charts to find out what we can see in the charts. So guys, on the 4-hour chart, let me just remove this previous trade. We can see that Bitcoin really had a dump from these levels, and we broke these trend lines towards the downside, and we came all the way down to a level of 19,000 US dollars. So guys, could this be the perfect bounce from this breakout, from this falling wedge? Guys, at the moment I really would be careful with opening any trades, because guys, as you can see, you can also pull the trend line from this point exactly here, and then you can see that actually we would still be in this falling wedge. So guys, at the moment I wouldn't trade at all. So what would be a possible scenario? One scenario would be that we're going to come up to this trend line and then form a lower high, and with that we could see a dump even lower. But guys, it could also be that we're going to go up and down in these ranges and consolidate sideways until we're going to see the CPI release. And guys, we're going to go over on the daily chart to find out even more. So guys, on the daily chart, you can see that we are still hovering around the 19,333 US dollar level. And guys, this is the previous all-time high from the year 2018. So guys, actually Bitcoin is still looking quite good, because guys, we are still in this upwards trend. At the moment we haven't formed a lower low, and that is quite bullish for Bitcoin. So guys, what could we expect? I expect that we're going to see all the way to Wednesday, and that is going to be exactly here, where we are going to see the CPI release. So guys, I expect that we're going to see a lot of volatility all the way up to this trend line and maybe come down prior to the CPI report. So guys, this means that we're going to go sideways until we're going to get the CPI report. And guys, I expect a high volatility, so it could be that we are going to see a fake out towards the upside and then break out towards the downside. or we're going to see the opposite, that we're going to see a fake out towards the downside and breakout towards the upside. It all will depend on the CPI data that is going to be released on Wednesday. So guys, we're going to zoom out and we're going to look at the possible scenarios that we could reach if we're going to see this bearish scenario play out. So guys, first of all, if we're going to break this support and we're going to get a bad CPI release, I expect that the markets will break all the way down to these levels of the previous low, round about the $17,600 level. So guys, but if we're going to see a real bearish scenario play out, I could expect that we're going to see a major dump towards the downside and that we could come all the way down to this liquidity area we have all the way down at 14,000. But guys, this is only my worst case scenario, the break of these levels all the way down. Because guys, if we take our measured move from this top all the way to the bottom and then we drag it over to the potential breakout point, we can see that exactly our target would be in these areas. So guys, this is the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. But guys, maybe we're going to see a positive outcome from the CPI release, or we're going to see that the Federal Reserve will start with quantitative easing and that maybe the rate hike that we had now of 75 basis points would be the last rate hike. So guys, let's stay positive and make the best out of the situation. So guys, if you like these updates, smash up the like button and subscribe. And guys, if you want to receive a major deposit bonus, sign up with my BitGet link. So guys, we're going to see each other in the next video. Make sure to be for crypto.